I've been following you for quite some time long before the election. You're
Hmm.
one of the few on Twitter that uh, unapologetically speaks your mind, and it is refreshing to see it. I see a couple people in chat going, "Is she based? Is this girl based?" I don't
What's
know.
that?
You don't know what based means?
No, I'm not cool
Okay.
with the lingo.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Let me just inform you and chat for those who are here hanging out who don't know. She is certified based. Based. And no, so based is essentially when you become red pilled and you unapologetically speak your mind and speak like drop bombs on these people like oh yeah, you think that's the truth, well here's the actual truth. Boom, you've done plenty of videos that have actually, some have gone viral, people sharing them around because you were calling people out for their hypocrisies, for their lies, for I mean many things over the past few months that you've been doing it, and that right there, that is based. So letting you
Gotcha.
know you have the a pin that you're certified on the internet as far as the internet goes, based. So congratulations. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
And
Someone
I mean,
says, "Oh,
I guess
go
I
ahead."
can
Sorry.
tell you my Twitter story. I actually joined Twitter in 2019.
Oh, recent. Okay.
Yeah, in December of 2019. And
Wow.
I was watching it on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is everyone talking about? No one's making sense. This does not make sense. And I started seeing like screenshots from Twitter on Instagram, like Twitter's getting the news first.
Yeah.
Trump's fighting on Twitter, so I'm going to Twitter. And I
Yep.
didn't even think I have 100 followers. Like I legit just wanted to go there and like speak my voice and like actually listen to people who had made sense. And I found a lot of great people. I made a lot of great friends on Twitter. Like, I mean, yes, it's Twitter, but like these are friendships. Like we have people who I've met. We go on Zoom calls. I know China, and we have conversations, and they're across different parts of the United States, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't expect Twitter to grow into what it did, and I have or have public figures follow me. Like at first, I was like, "What? They saw my video," and then it started getting like a little more normal.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, people are actually putting my stuff in articles and I didn't know it. So I didn't edit what I was going to say. I still kept saying what I was going to say, but man, it was a whole different ballpark on Twitter. And
Yeah.
I like a lot of people on Twitter.
Yeah. Twitter is I consider Twitter almost like a digital war zone. It feels like that because
Hmm.
it's a battlefield where people are fighting for their perspectives to be heard and yelling at other people that their perspectives are wrong, and it's literally a digital battlefield, and it's crazy to see. And then you have censorship of the Twitter overlords that go ping, just flicking pieces off the battlefield, and that's what it feels like, censor. Honestly, Donnie, I mean this, I can't believe you're still on Twitter. No joke.
I'm gonna be
How are you?
honest.
How?
I'm gonna tell you why I think I'm still on Twitter.
Why?
First of all, they've done a lot of damage. I had like 60,000 followers, right?
Okay.
And then I'm knocked down like 39.5 now.
Wow.
And I think if you think about it, how many of the bigger platform Black conservatives have lost their profile? Mm-mm. I think they're being a little more careful about us.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's true. Because that's really like going against the narrative. Like, well, I mean, that's racist then. You can boot off like the white conservatives
Yeah,
because they're white, whatever, who cares? But this whole, equality thing and Black Lives Matter movement, and you know what, I want to hear your thoughts on that. So besides the censorship, which is nuts, like what are your thoughts on the whole, Black Lives Matter movement? You mentioned earlier you're not a victim.
yeah. I am not a victim. I have grown up. I grew up in the country.
Okay.
So my parents decided for us to grow up in the country. I went to a pretty good school. I ran track. I was on homecoming and prom court all the time. My schools were predominantly white. I was treated like a star in a sense, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and I had a job when I was 16. Like, I mean, I just never felt like I couldn't achieve something if I really tried, or I put myself in a position to do it. So when I hear, and you know what, there's some things I could have accomplished, but I didn't put all my effort into it, and that's my own accountability for that.
There it is.
With the Black Lives Matters comes every 4 years. It seems like every presidential election. It seems like since Obama was president.
Yeah.
And they raise a lot of money, and I have not seen where they actually put any of that money into any of the Black communities at all.
They don't.
And I honestly am offended by the movement because they're using Black people, the oppression that the Black people that we've had in the past, to storm the streets to scream Black Lives Matters, to now point out during an election year, every time a police officer shoots a Black person, and you make money and you put all this on international television on someone who lost their life. You're making money off of Black people. Like, what is that? Does that kind of sound like making slavery, making money off Black people's back? It's like, I want people to understand and correlate that this is not a movement because they care about Black people. This is a movement to get into the White House.
Yep. Absolutely. To maintain that power.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. Yeah, I mean, I see it, and I'm shocked that more people don't see it. Although now people are waking up because they're complaining that Biden isn't giving them their $2,000 check. You know, Biden's going to war now with Syria. They're like, well, whatever. We didn't vote for this. It's like, yes, you did. You know exactly what you voted for. That if you paid attention at all, go ahead. What do you got?
Why do I see so many white liberals and not Black people in these marches? I'm really confused. And I've seen them yell at Black conservatives. Wait a minute. What is that?
It's nuts. It's what is it? Is it guilty conscience? Like they've been convinced that they're racist, and honestly, the most racist people I see are those people on the far left trying to convince the world that white people are somehow superior. And it's like, no, nobody is superior. Literally nobody. We're all on the same level. The only people that succeed are the ones that push themselves and earn it. And you have to work for a life, work for a living, work to live. That's how life is. Life is not an easy thing to do. You got to work for it. If you don't work for it and you want to be a victim, that's fine. But they're monetizing victimhood. That's basically what it is, right? And they're spinning the emotions of everybody, just using them.
You know what's crazy? This right here on us, this is an organ that protects our other organs. God decided what color it was going to be when you came onto this earth. So for humans, it's just so simple. For humans to argue over a color of your skin, that is a sign to be divisive.
Agreed.
It's just that's all it is. And honestly, there's people who are not racist, but they've been called racist, Nazis, white supremacists for 5 years. And at some point, when that's abuse. Some people get tired of that. And then you have on the other spectrum, they're getting fed all this wrong information and they're saying certain things, repeating narratives. It's like, at the end of the day, everyone's accountable for their actions. But the media, our politicians, our leaders, our celebrities, athletes, they are all a part of the problem.
Yep.
And they will stop. If we we shut them off. You turn your back on them and you stop giving them your money.
Boom. Absolutely. We got to stop putting all these people that don't deserve to be put on this pedestal. We got to stop putting them up there and supporting that pedestal that they're all on, that they get high on by living up there. They're like, huh, yeah, we're up here and you all are plebs and we are the elites. It's like, no, you're not. Everyone's human. Everyone bleeds. We all have emotions and we all have problems, including all of you. Your poop stinks. I'm trying to swear, but everybody's poop stinks. Come on, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, not mine.
It's ridiculous. That's why we need people like you getting into government.